high school sports fans? Welcome to 806 High School Sports Connection. I'm Victor Hatchett with my co-host Jason Pearson, and we're about to give you the Week 1 reviews and the Week 2 previews for the high school season.
Yes, sir.
Hey, Jason, it's pretty exciting kicking off the high school season this past week. Give us the rundown.
Man, it was great. It was fun. You know, we waited a long time for this. Now they count. District really counts, but the games count too. Now we taking record. I feel like this was a week dominated by weather, which we'll get into later. But overall, you know, it's a great week to see where some teams were at, what some teams need to work on. As you know, as you said before, this is a prepping time for teams to get ready, you know, and see if they need to work on in the district, because that's when it really counts, and, you know,
Exactly.
towards playoff spots and things of that nature. So let's jump into Week 1. Let's jump into our game of the week. Levelland and Muleshoe.
Wow.
Woo! What a game there. I mean, with all the weather delays and things of that nature going on, it seemed like all the weather just passed around Levelland. It didn't, you know, it didn't affect that game. That game actually played the whole way through. You had Levelland with their new stadium, new field, new logo, new attitude, new energy, and you left it up to Muleshoe to crash the party.
Wow.
How about Danny Campos? Red hot. He threw 4 touchdowns in the first quarter, Victor.
Wow.
4.
Wow.
You know, he ended up 18 to 34 for 349 yards and 5 touchdowns. No interceptions. You know, as we said, he needed to cut down the turnovers. He did. And when he doesn't turn the ball over, they score a whole lot of points in Muleshoe. You had Jason Flores, 6 receptions, 171 yards. And he also had 3 touchdowns for Muleshoe. Muleshoe's defense was the most impressive, you know, side of the ball aspect of the game. They were around Nick Gerber all game, 3 sacks, had him running for his life literally every play they blitzed. They didn't let him get comfortable in the pocket because, you know, as you know, if they do, you know what happens with Nick Gerber. But they brought the pressure to him. He threw 4 interceptions. I've never seen that. Jeffrey Elliott for Levelland had 9 catches for 133 yards. So he had a good game. Tandon Jones had a defensive strip, recovery, and 75-yard touchdown, you know, fumble return, and he had a 15-yard touchdown reception from Nick Gerber, his only touchdown. So all in all, it was 43-15. It was over at halftime. It was 36-15.
Wow.
So give me a rundown on that game.
Hey man, you know, it was a lot of hype going in for Levelland this past weekend, you know, with all going on and new things going on, like you said. And it's unfortunate that they didn't play well enough to get at home crowd what they deserve. But you know, it's early in the year.
Yes.
And like you said, you got to just build off that and, you know, clear up your mistakes and play better ball the next few weeks. Because like you say, during the district is when it really counts. So now it's kind of prep time. These games that you can prepare early to try to get your district play going in the right direction. So it's going to be interesting to see how Levelland bounce back next week.
That's right, and I think they'll bounce back. Like you say, you know, you just took a loss, and you took a loss to a perennial all-state caliber team there.
Yes, you did.
Levelland is not a slouch.
No.
Castillo had a great game also, you know, receiving for Levelland. Vasquez had a good game on defense, trying to hang in there with Tandon Jones. He did a good job. Let's jump into our second game of the week. In game 1, I say it was Post and Abernathy. It started late. The festivities got going at 9:50 at night. And I got there to cover that game. It was already 22-0 after the first quarter.
Wow.
For Post. And that shocked me. Camry Gilbert, 2 long touchdown runs for Post in the first quarter. Camry Gilbert, as you stated before, since you've been covering since he was a young kid, he's fast. And he gets that corner. As Abernathy tweeted, you know, on the Twitter, they said Camry Gilbert gets the corner, he's gone.
Yeah.
He was gone twice. 2 long touchdowns. Their defense is what, you know, really stuck out to me. Arthur Soto. This defined the game to me here. Arthur Soto got a pick in the third quarter, and it got called back. And then you heard his coach say, "Do it again." Then very next play, he got another pick and took it back 30 yards up the field to set up another field goal for Post.
Wow.
Post, their new helmets, their new jerseys, their new swag. Post look good, man.
Yeah.
And they could win 3-3 AD too. You know, there's some tough teams in there like, you know, Stanton, Cahomet, and Coleman, of course, who won the district last year. But I really think Post is a factor.
Yeah.
As far as Abernathy goes, they're working in Trey Bender. You know, they're working in Mark Pando. You know, Case Until, the wide receiver, just came in. So it's going to be, you know, some time for transition. They'll be ready for district. You know, I was surprised they got shut out, but then again, that weather affected everything, so they couldn't get in a rhythm.
Yeah.
For one, and Trey Bender's a new quarterback. Sawyer Knight, you know, new tailback in Pando. So I just think, you know, they got to work some kinks out because they are proving for success. What do you think about that game?
Hey man, another good game to start the season off. Abernathy, great season last year. It's unfortunate to start it off this way this year. But like you say, we're going to continue to say, these are the games to prepare for district and prepare for the long haul. So it'll be interesting to see how Abernathy move forward. And then also Post, having new uniforms, new helmet, exciting new season for them. And what can you say about the kid, Cameron Gilbert, man? Special young man, real respectable kid, plays hard. And it's going to be interesting to see what kind of season he finishes up with this year.
Yes, it will. We're going to be right there.
Yes.
Me and Victor Hatchett to watch. Let's jump into our third game, the top 5 games of week 1, in which I'll let you elaborate more on. It was Estacado and Hereford. Give me a rundown on that. What happened?
Hey, man, good ball game. Estacado's unfortunately, they lost the first game. But, Estacado's a young football team trying to find their way. Good young quarterback. Salmore starting with a new quarterback this year, Bo Sims.
Yes.
He looks like he's going to be pretty good, man. He's got some kinks to work out offensively. But Estacado's defense, they look good as advertised, man. They play some good, solid football. Gave the offense a lot of opportunities. They wasn't able to get going. But, that's what I say again. And I'll continue to say this throughout the show. It's early. And they look like they're going to have a pretty good young team this year, man. That's going to be solid, I believe.
And on the other end, how about Hereford getting that win?
Yes.
Good job to the Herd. Starting off right, 1-0, like I said, one of the natural grass fields left. And as we went to the press conference, the LSD press conference, Hereford got a grant, so that might be the last year we see that grass.
Yes.
They'll be going to turf like everybody else. Let's jump into the 4th game, week 1, top game. Didn't get many stats in this game because it was so late, but how about Seagraves?
Wow.
Beating the TAP's #1 team in the state, private, state champion and 7-on-7 champion this summer, Trinity Christian Cedar Hill, 26-16.
Wow.
How about Joseph Guerrero in his first start getting 2 rushing touchdowns for the Eagles, the mighty Eagles. Very proud of them. Coach Hereford, man, to take that game, and to be honest, I'm going to sit up here and say I thought that Cedar Hill would win that game. I didn't think it'd be a blowout, but I thought they'd win that game just because they got a few D1 sprinkled on that team.
Yeah.
That's a pretty good team out there.
Yeah.
And for Seagraves to go down there and get that win, on a neutral site, shows me just how far they've came already.
Yeah.
So for the people that thought Seagraves was gone, they're back. They're here, and they may be in Houston for a state championship chance. What do you think about that?
Hey, man, what a big win for the Seagrave Eagles, man. That was a big win, and we, it lets you know, man, you can talk it up all you want to on paper.
Yeah.
Until you get down in the mix and get on the field and actually play. And they came up with a big win, what a great win for their program. And, it looks like they're going to move forward and have a pretty good season this year.
Yes.
They're going to be tough this year to deal with. Seagraves look good.
They do. And we'll be there for week 2 when they play Floydada, who's 1-0, after 33-0 shutout of Slade.
Yeah.
Whoa, didn't see that coming. Corey Kyle, we praying for you. You lost your grandmother, man. We all praying for you in our prayers and thoughts. You and your whole team dealing with that. Let's jump into our last game, top 5 games of the week. Bushland and Canadian. Canadian, as they call themselves, Air Canada. I said Air Canada has left the runway. They were up 31-0 in the 4th quarter. And Bushland got a couple of late touchdowns. You can't, like I say, it's just week 1. You can't look into games. Bushland will be fine. I still think they can win 1 for AD2.
Yeah.
Canadian, their defense is as advertised. Hufflister, they to lose the players they lost on defense and still be up 31 in the 4th quarter over Bushland's high-powered offense with Cameron Mathis, Boston Andrews, Colton Thompson. That shows me something, man. They're really on a mission. As Canadian Update, let us know and appreciate Canadian Update with the pictures and photos and stories. How about Canadian just winning 19 in a row so far?
Wow.
The longest streak in the Panhandle.
Man.
19 straight wins. Give me something on that.
Man, that's amazing, man. And that goes to show you that their coaching staff and those kids are really dedicated to their program. To be on a streak like that, that's a wonderful thing, man. And Bushland, man, tough team too. And, 2 different, Bushland being a 4A team and Canadian, 2A?
Yeah, 2A.
And to come in and dominate a team like that? Wow, man, that's a strong program they got down in Canadian, man. And I'm ready to see them maybe repeat this year. I think they're going to make a run and try to repeat and go to Houston.
I think so, too. And I'm looking around. I seen Refugio won their game 43-6. That's who they'll see this time.
Yeah.
I don't think Mason will be able to upset Refugio, but we're talking way up.
Yeah, we are.
We just talking, but when you see greatness, you have to acknowledge it, as me and Victor do. So when we come back, we'll jump into our 806 official Elite 8 games for week 2. Victor Hatchett, Jason Pearson, 806 Hssc TV. Taking too many chances.
Hey, high school sports fans, welcome back to 806 High School Sports Connection. I'm Victor Hatchett with my co-host Jason Pearson.
Yes, sir.
And we're about to give you the 806 High School Sports Connection Elite 8 games of the week for week 2. Jason, give us the rundown on those.
A lot of good games coming up this week. Stratford and Tulia, I thought was going to be an Elite 8, but after the way Clarendon beat Tulia 45-7,
Wow.
I had to reconsider that. That was a shocking game all in itself. Tulia lost a lot, but I didn't know it was that much. Or is Clarendon just that good now?
Wow.
Wow. Let's jump into our Elite 8, our first game. Muleshoe versus Sweetwater. Both teams had dominating wins in week 1.
Yes, they did.
This is going to be a great game. You know, 4A, 3A. Sweetwater's 4A, Muleshoe's 3A. This will test, you know, Sweetwater's passing defense. It will test Muleshoe's run defense. Contrasting styles. Michael Lawrence for Sweetwater played a hell of a game. 2 interceptions, 1 return for a touchdown, and a receiving touchdown. He was all over the field for the Mustangs. So this game right here, like we say, it's early, but it's going to be a good game for Muleshoe because these type of teams that they're going to see coming down the line in the playoffs, like a Breckenridge, a Brady, or a Brock.
Yeah.
So this is good for them to see early. What do you think about this game?
Hey, man, what a matchup, man. You know, early in the season to see a matchup like this, it's going to be good to see what's going to go on down in the Mustang Bowl.
Yes.
And I'm excited, man. I'm excited. I'm really excited to see how Sweetwater's going to come out, and it's going to be real interesting to see how Danny Campos bounces back with the game he had last week against Leveland, which was a tremendous game. I want to see if he can keep that momentum going.
You know, one thing I'm going to say, and just to say this, I hope Danny Campos gets down a little more. When he runs, he runs high. And you got to get down, man. You know, but other than that, he'll be fine, I think. Let's jump into game 2. Bushland versus Littlefield.
Wow.
Both teams 0-1. Both teams, to me, kind of need this victory to get it going. You know, Bushland lost to Canadian 31-14, which is that's not a problem. You know, you lost to a 2A state champion, probably repeat state champion. And then you have Littlefield, who was up on Snyder by 10 points and end up losing by 9, 44-35.
Yeah.
What do you think about that game?
I like that game, and if you make this matchup, all these matchups are good games to see next Friday night.
Yeah.
And you hope either one of those programs can bounce back. It's going to be a winner, and it's going to be a loser, unfortunately. But it's a good game to see.
Yeah, it's going to be a good game. And like I say, man, you know, they just want to get that first win. But if not, you know, they're still at week 3.
Yeah, you're right.
So let's jump into our third game. Idalou and Seminole.
Wow.
Idalou's technically 0-0 because the game they played was a no contest. They were down 21-10, but it doesn't count. And then you had Seminole losing to Greenwood, which shocked me.
Yeah.
I thought Greenwood would lose to Seminole, But you can account that to first game jitters. You know, Brett Hicks getting his first start as a junior. I think Seminole will bounce back. So I just thought this was an elite game to me because, you know, like Idalou starting off. This is basically they're starting their whole season over again. Seminole wants to start over again with that loss to Greenwood. Give me your thoughts on that.
You know, you think about Idalou, you know, real fortunate to be able to start that season over again. We too. You know, but Mother Nature's out. You know, you can't decide on Mother Nature. It does what it does, and so. You know, it's going to be good to see Idalou come in and try to get their first win. Yeah. And then you think about Coach Jackson down in Seminole. You know, unfortunately they lost to Greenwood. But, you know, he usually have those guys ready. And it'll be interesting how he come in and play against level. It's Idalou this week.
Yeah, it will. Let's jump into our fourth game. Our game of the week.
Yes.
Denver City versus Sonora. Both teams 1-0. Sonora beats Comfort 43-40. And then you had Denver City coming back 2 touchdowns behind to beat Pecos in Pecos 33-26.
Yes.
Cole McLaurin is as advertised. His train is running smooth out there for Denver City. But Sonora, they went to the regional quarterfinal last year.
Yeah.
This team's no slouch. They got 5 different helmets they wear. You know, for one team. They're ready, man. They look good, feel good, and they obviously play good.
Yeah.
Let's jump into this game. What do you think about this game?
I like this matchup right here. You know, as you were stating earlier, you know, both teams are good teams, and last year they played each other, and unfortunately the 2 teams went in 2 separate directions last year, you know, and so it'll be interesting to see if both teams can bounce back, and maybe whoever wins this game, both teams can move forward and have some success down the line.
And it's early, as you stated, but still a great, you know, cross matchup between 3A teams that, to me, are going to go far in the playoffs.
Yes, it is.
How about this game, our 5th game? Friendship Tigers, El Paso, El Dorado Aztecs. Friendship was up by 28 points last year at home against El Dorado. I left the game. I thought it was over. Looked at the paper the next day, they lost 49-48.
Wow.
So I thought this was a big game for Friendship because I think they're going to get up by that much again. Yeah. Can they finish this time? Yeah. What do you think about that game?
Hey, man, real interesting, you know, and I like to see that game. You know, Friendship got revenge on their mind after the way they, you know, the big lead last year and lose the lead. You always want to finish strong. It don't matter about how you start a lot of times. It's how you finish. Yeah. So it'll be interesting to see if Coach Davis can get those guys going and just go on and finish the job.
Yeah. Got to, man. If you got aspirations of being a state, you know, contending team in that mighty 6A, you got to finish games like this.
You're right.
Let's jump into our game 6, Crosbyton versus Farwell.
Wow.
Reason I picked this because Farwell is ranked number 11 in 2A, and they get beat 27-7 by Panhandle. You know, he kind of struggled, you know, with Farwell's new quarterback taking over for J.J. Herrera. So to come in and go to Crosbyton, who was up 33-6 on Tahoka in the second quarter before that game got called away. Yeah. It's going to be a tough test for Farwell. Elliot Rios is the man out there in Crosbyton. Had 3 touchdowns running in the first half, had 131 yards rushing, and probably would have doubled that in the second half.
Yes.
You know, Crosbyton's defense looked outstanding. Their line, as you said, is massive. Their average weight on their line is 272 pounds.
Wow.
272. What do you think about that game?
Hey, man, that is going to be another good game. Hey, man, Crosbyton Chieftains, man, I just love the way their program has moved up in the past 2 seasons, man. And it looked like their coach is doing a really good job down there getting those kids prepared to play some respectable high school football, man. I really think he's done a great job. And, hey, man, I'm just going to let the chips fall where they may and see who can win that game, man.
A classy program, as you said. Coach Rogers, a great coach. Always good to when we come that way.
Yes, he is.
Gonna be a great game. Farwell needs it.
Yeah.
Crosbyton wants it.
Yeah.
Let's jump into another game that, to me, is pretty big, and that's Levelland at home again, getting to reopen their stadium again against the number 3 ranked team in 3A, in Shallow-Water Mustangs.
Wow.
Their home opener. They were off week 1.
Yeah.
As I stated before, I think this is Shallow-Water's week to go ahead and maybe run 15 weeks in a row all the way to Houston.
Yeah.
They're that good. Cooper Over, Chris Contreras, Burgett, Jake Johnston. That team's nasty.
Yeah.
And Levelland's in for another test, you know. Can they get that passing game going, you know, with Tandon Jones, Elliott? Ken Williams didn't get involved too much in week 1, maybe week 2, because they're going to have to do it because Shallow-Water's going to put some points on the board too.
Yes, they are.
And their defense is good. So What do you think about this game?
Hey, no, the matchup in the Elite Eight, 806. Hey, man, you know, unfortunately, Levelland lost in the opener, opening up their new stadium. You know, hopefully they can bounce back this week. But man, Shallowater is a tough football team.
Yes, they are.
And, every year, man, they just continue to get better and better each year. And going into Levelland, man, that's going to be something to see. I think you're in probably for a shootout.
Yeah.
I think you are, man. I think Nick Gerber bounces back this week and comes in and has a good game this week.
Me too. Nick Gerber's never had two bad games in a row.
Yeah, exactly.
Now let's jump into our last game of the 806 Elite 8. Lubbock Cooper, technically 0-0,
Yeah.
travels to Canyon Randall.
Wow.
Last year, Canyon Randall Campaign won 35-28 in a shootout game in the rain. It was, which we know about that now. In Randall this week, you know, Friday beat Plainview. They were down 14-6 at half. Come out, and their game didn't start till 9:50. Come out in the second half and outscored Plainview 23-0 in Plainview. Wow. Logan Nix dominated, as we said before. He came out and scored 3 rushing touchdowns second half. Randall's the real deal. Coach Brian Wood, they get it done out there in Raiderland. And they got Cooper coming in. I heard Jared Dagey. And that's another thing, guys. We apologize. It's not Seth Dagey, it's Jared Dagey. So, Jared, heard he looked good against Idlewood, even though the game got shortened. So, they were up 21-10. So, what do you think about that game? Jared Dagey getting his first good 5A test with Randall.
Hey, man, that's a good one right there. That's going to be a barn burner right there.
Yeah.
I think if you got an opportunity to get out and travel and maybe want to see some good high school football next week, go out and see this game right here, man.
Yes.
Because both programs are headed in the right direction as far as being elite programs.
Yeah.
Canyon Randall is so tough each and every year. And Lubbock Cooper, what can you say about them? We talk about them quite a bit. Them and Coach Cadwinkle, man, they're doing a great job to move forward and bring their program to an elite status. And it's going to be a battle, man. I can't really say who's going to win. I think you just got to take the opportunity to go see.
Yes. And Jared Dagey, he's going to get some pressure this game. Satter White and the likes from Canyon Randall, they're the real deal.
Yeah.
And that stadium out there is the real deal, too. So when we come back off break, we're going to jump into our top 5 elite performers of week 1. Victor Hatchett, Jason Pearson, 806 Hssc Tv.
Back and Ross. Stay with him, Ross. Stay with him. Block! Block!
Welcome back to 806 Hssc TV. Victor Hatchett, Jason Pearson. Don't forget, guys, to go to Google Play and go to the App Store and get the 806 HSSC mobile app. We have all the team schedules from 806 there. We have the updates. It's updated now. Go to 806hssc.com. If you don't have a membership, get one. $30 a year, $6 a month. Free photos, videos, highlights. We'll have highlights of all the games we covered this week on this show, but you could have saw them 2 days earlier if you were, a subscriber to the site. Let's jump into our team of the week. Obviously, to me, was the Friendship Tigers.
Wow.
We said they were going to give it to El Paso Burgess.
And they did.
Gave it right on to them, 49-0. Which segues us to our Super 6 Players of the Week. Ronald A. Watt from Friendship, 12 carries, 110 yards, and 3 scores in the first half. Wow. He's playing ball out there, man. He's waiting for his chance. And he would have doubled those stats if he would have played in the second half. Coach Davis called the dogs out. It was 35-0 at halftime.
Yes, he did.
All right.
Hey, how about Mule Shoe? Danny Campos. What a game this kid had, man.
Yeah.
He was 18 completions for 349 yards and 5 touchdowns, no interceptions. What a game by that kid, man. I hope he continues to put those numbers up and do good moving forward.
Yeah, and you know what? We hope all the kids do good.
Exactly.
You know, so I hope y'all make this list during the season, just week 1. Let's jump into New Deal. Ja Manahan.
Wow.
He had 9 rushes for 111 yards, 3 touchdowns. Had a passing touchdown. Kicked all the extra points for New Deal as they kicked up on them at 62-12. Wow. The score was 55-6. 55-6 at halftime. God. And Coach Gunther's having it rough at Dimon, but we pray and hope his team turns it around, because we don't make fun of any team.
Yeah.
Dimmon's having a rough go of it, but as we say, what goes up must come down. So hopefully Dimon will be up here pretty soon.
Yeah. How about Jason Flores for Mule Shoe, man? Wide receiver, man. 6 receptions, 171 yards, and 3 touchdowns. What a game by this young man, man.
Jason Flores, and we highlighted him during the summer as one of our top 5 receivers to watch. For 2015. It's looking like it.
Yes, it is.
Man, let's jump into Cambry Gilbert. He had 2 touchdowns, and he played great defense and special teams for Post. I didn't get to get the stats because the game was so late. It wasn't over till 11:45, but he played great. He put that game out of reach early with those 2 long TD runs in the first quarter. So good job to Cambry Gilbert. Post. That team's looking like it's a turnaround coming over there. So good job to him.
Exactly. And how about Estacado Matadors? Zay White, cornerback over there at Estacado, man, against Hereford. Even in the loss, man, he played a great game, man, starting at corner. He had like 3 pass deflections and an interception, man, that he almost took to the house, but they called him back on a targeting call on Estacado on the quarterback. But hey, man, this young man here, man, continue to work hard. And it looks like he's going to have a great season, man. So it's going to be interesting to see.
And I heard from a couple of players and coaches that Marcel Woodard is what we thought he was.
Yes, sir.
You saw it live.
Yes,
I heard he was downfield striking folks.
Yes, he was.
So we had on the carry.
All right, 806 Hssc TV. We're about to, be out on this show week 2, year 2. Hopefully it'll get better as it goes along. We thank you guys for support, watching the show, supporting us. We see y'all out. Y'all give us a lot of love and respect, and we thank y'all for that, man. We working hard for y'all. A lot of people didn't know when I was covering that game. On the way to Abernathy, it was raining so hard, my windshield wiper popped out.
Wow.
So I'm having to drive to the right like this. But I made it, man. God is good. We made it. And got to see a good team in Post and Abernathy. So with that said, man, make sure to go to 806hssc.com. Make sure to get your subscription. Make sure to go get the mobile, app, man. We got you guys covered. Y'all ain't gotta go nowhere. Just get on the phone and go to the app and get the schedules, GPS, phone numbers, school addresses, everything is there. So, Victor, take us home, man.
Hey, man, once again, we appreciate you guys watching 806 High School Sports Connection, and just continue to show kids love. That's all we ask, man. And y'all have a good night.
Thank you.